Peace, peace. What's good, family? It's your brother Will's Piff, man. We doing a special vlog today. This one ain't even about me, man. I got something special for y'all. I got my boy Dewaun Bassett here, man. Good friend of mine. We work together. I've known him for a few years now. Um, but he's got a very interesting story, man. Very motivational, very triumphant story, man. And our TSSWA, we like to spread awareness, man. And this one ain't even about me, you know. We're gonna make this episode about him, man. Check it out. What's up with you, man?
What's up, man?
Appreciate you coming through today, man. I'm glad you could make it, man.
Absolutely. Anything for you, bro. You know I got you.
Let's start it out, man. What's your name and where you from, man?
Yeah, my name is Dewaun Bassett. Born and raised straight out of Gary, Indiana. You know, Glen Park, West Side. Rough neighborhood, but you know I made it. I'm here. I did have both parents, you know, but still ended up, you know, in and out of that lifestyle. But you know, everything's positivity now. You know, everything is good. You know, God is great. You know, I tell people all the time, as long as I wake up early in the morning, that early morning wake up is the best day for me. You know, it's the best time of the day for me. Um, you know, God is good, man.
No doubt, absolutely. So, what was it like growing up in Gary, man? What was your childhood like?
Man, of course, a bunch of, you know, a lot of gang banging. It was rough. You know, Gary is just one of those, cities, man, that you become a product of what you're around. You know, people say, you know, you can make your own destiny, but at some point, man, you are a product of your environment. You know, you are what you see. You are what is around you. You know, and that's what I had around me. I had a bunch of brothers that um, that had love for me, and I had love for them. You know, but growing up, it was hard. You know, of course, you know, I had to deal with the sickle cell part of everything. You know, it kept me out of school a lot.
Two-parent home?
Absolutely. I had I had a great, I have a great mother. You know, absolutely wonderful father. You know what? The fact remains is, you know, they couldn't be there. You know, two sisters, older sister, younger sister. I'm the middle, only boy. So yeah, I reached out to the streets for love, man. For that brotherhood, for that, you know, that camaraderie. You know, I needed that, and it was there. It was in the streets. It was where, you know, it was where my mother and father uh, tried to keep me away from. You know, but there's nothing they can really do, man. You know, my father worked endless jobs trying to provide, and my mother worked in a whole different state. So, you know, man, it was hard, but I made it. I'm here.
Facts, facts.
Right.
So let's talk about what it was like being born with sickle cell anemia, man, and your battle with that.
Like I say, you know, this goes back to my mother and father. You know, they were poor. I grew up poor. You know, we had a little something, but not much. So hospital visits was just out of the question for me. There wasn't too much I can do. You know, sports is out of the question. Um, you know, I played a little basketball in the street, little flag football, tackle football in the fields. You know, but that sickle cell kept me bedridden. You know, for a lot of my childhood. Um, my mother and father did everything they can do to make sure that I was comfortable. But
Right.
nobody can really understand that pain until you actually go through it. That's a pain that is undescribable.
Right.
That's a pain that you cannot compare that pain to anything. And people try to do it all the time. Especially doctors. They try to always compare what I'm going through with this, with that. And it's just something you cannot do.
And for those out there that don't know, sickle cell is predominantly in African Americans. It's
Sickle cell is predominantly an African American disease. But it does not elude any race. But it is predominantly an African American race. And a lot of blacks, they are ignorant to the fact, they don't understand that they should be getting tested for the trait, because this is a recessive gene. It can skip generations.
right.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one in my family that has it. But you know what? I am grateful for. None of my kids acquire this disease, and that is a gift from God for me. That's why I'm kind of scared to have another one. I really want another one, but I'm like, if I do, I feel like this one, my last child would definitely have it, because I was just fortunate enough not to pass it on to my 3 kids,
Right.
So
God bless.
I am kind of up in the air about having another child right now. So.
Right. All right, man. So let's talk about how you got involved in the street life, man. What led up to that in Gary.
I mean, I can't really say what led up to it, but I can tell you that that's all I saw. That's all that was around me. I chalk it up to being a product of my environment. People say, oh, you can write your own destiny, but when you grow up in a gang-banging, riddled city, you're talking about Gary, Indiana right here, East Chicago right here, Hammond right here. I mean, every city you went to, that's what it was, it was, and you have to understand, man, when you're the only guy in the house, yes, I have my father, but like I say, he worked endless jobs. When you're the only boy in the house with no brother figure or no big brother figure around you, I mean, you kind of gravitate toward the streets, man. You kind of gravitate toward that brotherly love that you get in the streets, and that's kind of what led me there, man. I had guys take me under their wings, man. I had, I had guys teach me morals, teach me values. The news distort what we really about. Actually, do.
Right.
Sure, you got the gang bang aspect of it, but as far as the drugs and this and that, but it's really a brotherhood, man. It's really, you and a bunch of guys showing each other love, man. Like, this is my safe haven, and that's what it is, man. But we always get looked at like a bunch of goons, a bunch of thugs.
And what gang is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I won't get too deep into that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'm just saying, I'm here, I got out of it before it was, well, I was forced to get out of it. I still am who I am.
Right.
And, that'll never change. I still am who I am, I still got brothers that love me and brothers that I love, brothers that I'll do anything for, at the drop of a dime, but I am a different man mentally, physically, spiritually. I mean, that's the gist of it, man. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, let's talk about, you know, how you had to do time. You had to do prison time, man, as a result of the street life.
Yeah, man. You know, back home got kind of rough. Back at the crib, things happened. You know, wasn't really forced to move at all, but me and my family felt like it was a good thing for me to do. So that's what I did. Moved to Virginia, Hampton, Virginia. That is. You know, got out there, living a life. You know, I love. And let me tell you, I love Virginia, man. And that is the most diverse city that I've ever been in. All right, but yeah, I got into some trouble out there. You know, some people wanted to try to come at me wrong, come at me raw, and they wasn't ready for the consequences. You know,
Right.
and it's simple as that. You know, they came at me. You know, and I was forced to defend myself, basically, and I ended up with the bad end of the stick because they were military people.
Right.
You know, so you know, I ended up doing time for it. Of course, you know, they came to court and told, you know, but I'm telling you, man, listen, that time was the best thing that could ever happen to me. You know, I have changed immensely. You know, I have learned a lot about who I am, about my people, about who we are, where we're from, our
Right.
history.
Right.
Man, I've learned a lot, and I'm telling you, if you ask me if I could do it over, would I change the outcome?
Right.
Probably not, because that has made me the man that I am right now, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful
Right.
that the judge actually seen that I was somebody that he needed to give a second chance to, and he did. Cause I'm telling you, man, he was stroking everybody in the courtroom, man.
Right.
You know, I got up there, I spoke with eloquence. You know, yes, I gave a little apology. Was it a heartfelt apology? No, not really, because I really wasn't sorry about it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be too sorry about it either, especially, if, these individuals, they tried to violate you, and then as a result of that, you was forced to defend yourself, and
Right.
then they came to court and
Right. So
testified
right.
against you.
So I ain't done with the back end of the stick, man. And like I said, I wouldn't take it back because you never know what the outcome may be. I could be dead. You know,
Right.
if I would have got away with that, I could have did something else and been doing life.
Right.
The needle, you know. So
Right.
you know, they say your life is written, man, and I really believe that, man. God has a plan. You know, and that was part of His plan for me to sit it down for some years, understand my wrongs, my faults. You know, mentally mature. Get back out here. Now look at me. I work for the government.
Right. Absolutely.
4-time felon. 10 years in the penitentiary. Came straight home after a year working for the United States Postal Service.
Where we met, right?
Absolutely. My main man, too.
Facts. Now, that actually leads to this next question, man. Let's talk about your transition. You being released back into the world. Your reintegration plan, and how did that go for you?
Man, you know, to be honest, I can't really tell you that. I can't tell you that I struggled when I came home. I just had the blessings of God around me, man. I just had angels around me, man. I've struggled more now getting a job than I did come home. When I came home, moved straight to Atlanta, got a wonderful job building construction carts. $16, $17 an hour, right? my support system kind of crumbled on me. They always moving back to the Midwest, you know. So at that time, I hadn't really worked there for a long time, so I didn't have money saved, and I couldn't continue to do what I was doing. So I had to move back to Gary, Indiana. Got back, my man's Andre Washington owned his own business, lawn care business. You know, he as soon as I got back to Indiana, you know, he put me right under his wing. Like, bro, come on, I got money out here for you to make. So, you know, I was with him, and then, you know, I ventured out a little bit more. Came to Michigan, lived in Reed City for a minute. Had a job in Cadillac, got a good job in Muskegon called Coors Quality Food, and ultimately, you know, the post office called. There we go. You know, the post office, they knew and understood what I did time for. You know, they had my application right in front of them. You know, as soon as the guy really seen, you know, the charges, he was just kind of like, man, like, what is this? You know, but he gave me a chance to explain. He checked out my references, and they all checked out, and man, you know, the guy gave me a chance. He said, man, you know, I'm gonna take this chance on you. Made me a 360 PSE, and I've been grinding from there.
Right.
I've been grinding, and been trying to get. Now I'm at the point where I've been trying to get a second job because of, you know, the child support been hitting me really hard, you know. So I've been trying to get a second job, part-time job, and it's now almost what 17 years later, 15, 17 years later, that nobody want to give me a job. Nobody want to give me any type of part-time job. Like, and I've been in interviews and I've asked them, like, you don't see that I work for the government, right?
Right.
You know,
and you did 9 years, came home.
9 and some change, almost
9 and some change, came home. You didn't have any trouble finding a job at first.
Not at first.
Which is absolutely that's a blessing, man.
Absolutely.
And it just shows how you know how you hit the ground running as soon as you touch down. You know, you didn't let nothing stop you.
Right.
But now it's like you having more issues finding a part-time job because of
my felons, my
record.
background. Yeah. You know, everybody's doing background checks. You know, I've been in these interviews pleading like, hey, like, you got my application right in front of you. You know, the government job is right there. You know, they've given me a chance. Why won't nobody else give me a chance? You know, and everybody just, they blame it on their employers or you know, whatever.
Right.
But it ain't gonna deter me. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Absolutely not, man. And you know, just your work ethic, man, and your grind is an inspiration in itself, man. Which also, you know, leads me to ask, you know, how you got into the fitness aspect of your life, man. How'd you get into fitness and personal training?
You know, that was a penitentiary thing, man. You know, up and down, a flaw or a weakness, that ain't something that's good, man. You know what I mean? So when I got to the penitentiary, you know, Sickle Cell really hit me hard, man. Flare-ups every month. You know, 2 or 3 a month. It was a weakness, you know. And in that penitentiary, you can't have no weakness, man. You know, I know it's sad to say, but they pounce on that. You know, you got a bunch of predators looking for prey. You know, and old cat, man, named Tasker, man. Old backwood fields type dude, man. You know, he just took me under his wings, like, man, look, this what we gonna do. That weight powerless, where is that, man? You know, you gotta beat this. And man, I got out there on that weight power with this guy, man. You know, I had some troubles first 6 months to a year, because my body wasn't used to the transition. You know, because people got to understand, sickle cell is a disease that thrives off lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
To the muscles, right? And when you ain't got that, you don't have that oxygen going through the veins the way they need to. You know, it tightens. It sickles. You know what I mean?
Right. So instead of like regular round shaped blood cells, like, or whatever they were called, platelets.
Like normal people, my platelets are like S's and C's.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's easy for them to get clogged up, and it's easier for them to stop that blood flow and that oxygen flow to my body.
Right.
You know, and we talking about painful crises. You know, but I'm telling you, man, once my body started to grow, started to gain muscle, them veins started to kind of pop out.
Yeah.
Man, just more oxygen started to flow through my body. You know, and actually in the penitentiary is when I actually learned that there were different strands of sickle cell. You know, doctor did some blood work, and I found out that I had hemoglobin SC, you know, which is a strand of sickle cell. And this is when I learned that it is so many strands of sickle cell out there. People have no idea. But unfortunately, hemoglobin SC, I go through the same chronic pains, just not as much. And now that I've, you know, incorporated the workout process, you know, I've probably had maybe about 6 or 7 of them in the last 5 years. You know, give or take a couple.
Right.
You know, but this last past year, I've actually had I've actually had a lot this last past year.
A lot of flare-ups.
A lot of flare-ups, man. It's just because it just came from stress and, you know, kind of the situation that I've been put in, you know, with certain things, stress, you know, just a bunch of things on my mind, man, and worrying. And let me tell you, man, the body knows, you know. And then there's so many elements. If it's too cold, if it's too hot, you know, if I'm not hydrating myself enough, you know, man, it's ridiculous, man. But I'm telling you, that workout, that gym is where I live. That gym is what helped me get to where I'm at. And I love being a personal trainer. That's why I tell people anything can be solved with working out. Diabetes, sickle cell, I mean, you name it. High blood pressure, high cholesterol. I mean, you name it, man. I can fix anything, you know. So I ended up going to Blue Heron Academy. That's where I got my personal training certification at. Shout out to Blue Heron Academy. And I started my training at Family Fitness. You know, I worked at just about every Family Fitness that there is. They gave me a good chance. And now I'm just out here trying to build some of my own.
Right.
Man, I love it, man.
So with, you know, having sickle cell and being so heavy into fitness, you know, tell me some more ways that it has, you know, benefited you, you know, how has it helped your condition?
Well, like I said, you know, it has. I haven't been going through that many crises. You know, like I say,
right.
This year, you know, has been the most flare-ups I've had. But other than that, man, it has helped my overall health. The veins spreading, you know, so it's allowing oxygen to get to my muscles. I'm naturally a small guy, so I'm not gonna get too big. Probably really won't get big at all. I'll probably stay between, you know, 135, 145. And I'm cool with that though, you know. But I don't do protein. I don't do none of that. I don't do supplements at all. You know, I just keep it natural because, you know, all that can have an adverse effect, you know, to what I'm going through. So I just don't deal with none of it. I just make sure I keep myself hydrated, man. And I go in the gym and I eat it. You know, I eat it. You guys, anybody that go in there with me?
Right. Yeah, I done seen you in there, so I
Right.
already know you get it in, man.
Right.
And me myself, I've gotten some good knowledge and some substantial tips from you that help me with my workouts.
Right.
Because as you know, I'm on my weight loss journey. But yeah, man. Truly motivational, man. Um, you inspire me. I'm sure you can inspire others a lot, man. And that's what RTSSWA is all about, man. Um, bringing awareness. So, dealing with all this adversity, what do you think gave you the strength and the drive to continue to move forward, man?
Kids. And it's kind of crazy because, you know, my kids are really not they're not really in my life the way they should. You know what I mean? I'm not really, don't really know how to be a father, because I miss just about everything that they first steps, you know, their first words. By the time I came home, they were about what, 15, 16. But not, well, actually, no, not really. I want to say about 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, they stayed in a whole other state. And I'm steady trying to find myself. So, my kids haven't really been a big part of my life since I've been home, man. And I'm trying to change that. That's kind of the only thing that really has me down, really, at this point, is the lack of me just not being able to be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do know for a fact that with them living in other states, that you have put in efforts to stay in contact and build a relationship with them, but it's tough.
Right.
It's tough.
Yeah, my mom's, man. My mom's, my older sister, my pops, my little sister, man. I wanted to come home for them, man. So I had to man up, man. I couldn't, no excuses. That's what I tell everybody. And people hate me when I say that, especially at the job, I have people don't want to even talk to me no more when it comes to the work I think. Because I tell them all, I don't want to hear no excuses. You have no idea what I've been through. You have no idea. I could talk to you today and not wake up tomorrow. So no excuses, man. I had to come home to my people, man, and that's all that matters.
Well, I definitely appreciate you for coming to share your story. I know your story already, but I thought it was really important that we share this, man, and get this to the people, man, and let them know,
Get tested.
Ain't nothing that can hold you back but you, man. With you having sickle cell and doing time and coming from the streets, you still prevailed, man. Got a great paying job, got your personal training certification, and you can't do nothing but go forward from here.
Absolutely.
And that's just really inspirational, man. So all y'all people sitting out there, man, sitting on the couch with your feet up making excuses for yourself, man.
Hey, that's dead. That's dead. I ain't trying to eat. Not
Right.
as a personal trainer, not as a guy with sickle cell anemia. A lot of people, like kids, die young.
Yeah.
A lot of adults don't make it past 40. I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year, still kicking, baby. You know what I mean? And I ain't making no excuse.
Yeah.
Any failures, it's my fault.
You look about 25, man.
I'm trying, man. I got this beard,
20s, man.
I'm trying, but I do wanna tell everybody, man. I don't care if you black, especially if you black though. But I don't really care if you black, Asian, Hispanic, white. Get tested for the sickle cell anemia. Get tested for the trait. 2 traits equal to disease.
Right.
Right? A full-blown disease, you can give it to your kids.
Right.
You don't need nobody else. As long as one carrier has the full-blown disease, it can be passed down to the kids. But it is a recessive gene, though.
Right.
You know? It can skip from generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I say, I'm the only one in my family with it. And with God's blessings, none of my kids have it.
Absolutely. And with it seems like, you know, with it being, even though it's not, any race can have it.
Any race.
It seems that with it predominantly being a African American disease, there's not really much information and research done on it. And we would, you know, possibly, man, like to spread some awareness, man, to, you know, maybe the pharmaceutical and health industry to put more work and more research into, you know, figuring out how we can aid and possibly, if there is a way, you know, heal this disease.
It's a way. Government got a way, because guess what? The government made it. It was a serum that was put together to fight malaria. Alright? So it's a way. You know, but they embedded it into our culture at such a high rate that it became part of our DNA.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it's a way, man. It's a cure out there. You know, but hey, and you know what's crazy is because it's a predominantly black disease, the world really don't know about it.
Right.
You know, so I'm bringing awareness, and I'm telling everybody, whether you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, get tested. You know, get tested.
Absolutely, man. Well, before we wrap it up, man, any jewels you want to share with the world? Any gems you want to drop on the people, man, before we get up out of here?
I mean, you know, all I got to say to the people is this, man. Every day you wake up is a God-given gift. Stop all the damn complaining about this, about that. Man, just get up and go get it, man. That's it. That's all I got for you. Get up and go get it. Anything other than that, to me, is uncivilized. You know? Spread positivity. Stop with the negativity. There's so much misery around us, man, that, like, it sucks people down, man. You got to spread positivity. You know? You got to speak what you want into existence.
Absolutely.
You know?
Laws of attraction.
I mean, guess what? I want to be the best personal trainer out here.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be the best personal trainer out here.
Well, let them know, man. What's your social media contacts, man, where they can get in touch with you, man, in case anybody sees this video and they want to link up with you and reach out and
well, you gotta
possibly, you know, be a client.
Well, all you got to do is, if you want to hit me up on social media, my Facebook is, all you got to do is get into Dewaun Bassett. You know, it should come right up.
And you
my
spell it.
Instagram is Dewaun Bassett. Right. You know, and if you just want to hit me up, it's 678-887-4237. My name is Dewaun. Let's go. You know.
And you spell it
Dewaun Bassett.
Right.
Right. Can't miss me. Believe it.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you coming through for me, bro, man.
Absolutely.
Much love and peace.
Oh, man, you my peoples, baby. You know, you my peoples.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Living to work, no time for recording a verse. Chasing his dreams, this rap shit don't come with insurance. Pour up a glass, a temporary cup full of curds. No time for the fear, cause truthfully I was made for this moment. I love my woman, but she be putting strain on my focus.